Hey, what's up, everybody? Yo, I'm so excited. I'm really excited about Apex. New rules coming up, and I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. So now you don't have to wait for 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 a period of time to request a payout. Like the payout would always be from the first to the fifth. You could request a payout, or from the 15th to the 20 on the month you could request a payout. So they're gonna change it. Now it's gonna be about 8 days, and there's no period time you could request that payout. So right now, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. So for more information, let's listen to the man himself.
Never been there.
Oh, so you just learn Hebrew, right?
Yeah, I studied Hebrew for in college, so for 6 semesters. But wasn't really speaking Hebrew. It was more just reading, like the Torah and all that. So
Okay, so let's begin and just make a small announcement. So welcome everybody. We have people mainly from Israel, but from all over the world. See someone from Romania, UK, New Zealand, and many more. Thank you for joining us, and special thanks to Mr. Daryl Martin, who accepted my invitation to make another Zoom session for Q&A about everything that's going on with Apex. We have about 17 questions and few personal questions after it. If you have any questions that you came up during the Zoom, you can type it into the chat, and if we have time, I'm gonna go through it. So, Mr. Daryl, how are you?
I am doing fantastic.
How are things going on in Apex?
Things are going well. Things are going really well. We have a whole new technology team that is building it up and getting ready to launch just a lot of new stuff, new site, new back end. We're getting ahead of everything instead of being behind everything because we grew so much so fast at the beginning of this year. Like we doubled in size in a matter of a couple months. And so we've staffed up. We've hired over 100 new customer service reps. So that way we can start responding to tickets faster and so we're getting all them trained. So it'll take a minute, but we're getting them all caught up. And we're getting the technology where it's going to be a whole lot faster. We're going to be adding on a whole nother option besides Trade Evade Rhythmic. So that'll be coming out hopefully before the end of the year. So I'm hoping to be testing that this week. So I think we got the programming done. We just got to test it out, and it's a really really cool platform, and gives us all sorts of analytics to be in front of stuff. Because what we want to do is, like when there's denials, right? We want to let people know. Our goal is to let people know up front, hey, you violated this rule. Like change this action before you come to your request for payout. So that way you don't get denied, right? Instead of you put it in, you're waiting for 5 or 10 days, and then you get denied. And you're like, well, I wish I would have known like 10 or 20 days ago. So we're trying to get it to where we can get everything up front and automate it. So that way, like, say somebody does DCA, we're like, hey, you did DCA once, don't do it again. But just a reminder of the rule up front. Because somebody maybe they knew and they don't know, and stuff like that. And so just to get people like where they know what's going on their account as it's happening versus having to wait for a reply from a request. Because when you put that payout request in, you're expecting to get paid, right? And so we want to pay you. So we just got to have people follow the rules. And the reason the rules have come about is there's a lot of regulation coming. We just submitted a 30-page document to the CME. So, and they want to see a lot of accounts moving to live. Okay. And not just staying in send. And so we're having to basically make it to where people who were using the account as sort of just a simulation, blow it, earn another paycheck, blow it, earn another paycheck, blow it, earn another paycheck. We can't do that if we're going to live, right? You need to be able to keep that account going. And so that's why a lot of the new rules have come about, because we're going to start moving we're putting the plan into place to where people start graduating into live like constantly. So, and which we're pretty excited about. And that's where, I mean, most traders come anyways. Like, you want to trade live, but you don't have the money. Well, now let's get you to live, you know? And, and so we're helping shape that regulation.
Yeah, I always believe that regulation is coming because it's a lot of prop firm coming out from nowhere and they just a copy of the next one, you know. So they have to do something about it. But he just said that they're gonna have a technology where if you violate some of the rules and you're gonna notice that right away. You know, you're gonna get a notification let you know, hey, you violate such rules. You know, try not to do it again. So I think that's gonna be good. That's gonna be great. That way, if you keep doing it, when you request a payout, if it's denied, you already know. You already know why you didn't get paid. You know, so I think that's gonna be cool. You know, that's gonna take a lot of pressure off them at Apex. You know, because a lot of people complaining they don't get paid. Yo, I request a payout, my payout got denied. So I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
Regulation a little bit by having a lot of input on that. Not that we have any control over it, but just staying ahead of it and trying to make sure we're on the up and up in everything that we do.
Oh, sounds great. You just answered about 15 of my 17 questions. Okay, so I'll start with my first question, but before, just want to make a small announcement. Currently, there's a war on about 7 fronts in
I'm gonna
Israel.
skip this because
With
of
all our
that's kind of
surroundings, we
politic.
still
I'm,
have
I'm gonna
more
skip
than
that.
100, actually 100.
To lose $2,500 every time. So
I remember at the last Zoom that you said that you went to a prop firm on your early days and you got 300K in your first month, which is
yep.
super fast. For me, it took about
You know, I was trying to skip that politic part. 'Cause I don't do politics. You know.
from that experienced traders, sport traders can come and to scale themselves.
Both. So new traders come and learn. That's why we don't have a limit on evaluations, unless somebody's like earning and burning, earning and burning, earning and burning. Or if they're about to be moved to live, then we'll say, hey, okay, we're about to move you to live. You're not going to have it. You can't have evaluations and live at the same time. It's not allowed. So definitely for new traders, and then for experienced traders, sharpen their skills and get more capital so they can leverage them.
Okay.
And hopefully the new traders become the skilled traders that get more capital and can leverage. So
the problem it takes time. It takes time, and
yes, yeah, trading is definitely a skill that took me quite a bit of time to get down. It takes everybody time to get down. Yeah,
I think
but it's a lot easier to lose $30 than it is to lose $2,500 every time. So
I remember at the last Zoom that you said that you went to a prop firm on your early days and you got 300K in your first month, which is
yep.
super fast. For me, it took about 8 months to get my first payout of 2,000. So
Right.
I'm just living it, play it safe, slowly but surely. So I guess
Yeah, it wasn't my first month I got that. It's once I got that, then they capped me out. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I just today I watched the interview that John made. It's
Yeah.
about 2 hour. Answer a lot of questions over there. It's like speaking the state of mind of Apex and giving a lot of explanations about recent events that happens on Apex. A lot of answers. I would recommend everybody to watch it. If you didn't, for our community, we already sent some summary of it.
Yeah, we try to be very transparent, just letting everybody know, hey, here's why things are happening. Here's what's going on. Here's why the why behind the what. So it doesn't just seem like there's some nefarious, bad intent. It's like, no, there are actually really good reasons for this, and it's really good for Apex, which means it's really good for you because it gives the longevity of Apex.
Okay, we have few traders that got denials.
Yeah.
And from their perspective, the reason for the denial is not justified. Like for example, the number of contracts they are using. So if someone feels that the denial that he got is not accurate, or how can he appeal about it? How can he, who can he come in front of? Can he do something about it?
I mean, he can reply back to the help desk and explain why that it's not justified, and they maybe reply back with why it is. So they're pretty careful about denials. Like if I mean, if somebody's going and doing two, and all of a sudden they're doing 10 or 20, and then they're going back to two, then that's obviously not trading a consistent size. That's loading up, going for an all or nothing, stuff like that. And uh, not to gaslight anybody, but some people will make a bigger deal out of getting denied and not quite tell you the whole story. Whereas we may have the whole story on why they got denied. They know the whole story on why they got denied, but they're not happy that they got denied. So therefore, they're going to go complain really loud about it and make it like it was, unjustly denied. So just take that into account that there are two sides when somebody's reporting something, that they may not be giving you all the details.
Okay. So if there's a situation like this happen, can they, so they need to approach the help desk, because they say that the help desk is giving an answer, a strict answer about, no, it's not their, not their specialty. They need to to confront to the compliance team or some other place. So you say basically the denials are not final, and you can appeal about your denial if you feel that is not justified, if you can have the proofs and statement
You
from
can have
each.
a proof. I mean, you can feel free to submit it. So yeah. And occasionally we do overturn one, but I mean, it's not often. So because when it's done for a very specific reason. So I mean, we're looking to pay out, and we paid out $90 million in the last 3 months. So it's not
Yeah, I
like we're
believe
not
you.
paying out. So you
Yeah,
hear
I believe
about
you.
dozens of denials, but you don't hear about tens of thousands of approvals. So obviously, if we were looking to just deny people, you wouldn't be seeing, like, now if you hop on like our Facebook page, you'll see constantly people getting approved. So posting their approvals. Our YouTube has constant, like interviews of people getting approved, getting paid, all that stuff. So I mean, think about it. There's $90 million.
Yeah, Apex pay out a lot of money. Yeah, they pay out more than any other prop firm that I know it. Um, but what I'm gonna do, the video, if the video gonna be too long, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a link on my description, a link for that video on my description below, so you could click on that link and watch the video. But pretty much, they got a lot of new rules coming up. Now they allow you to DCA. You could do that. If you like a month, pretty much a month or 2 months ago, you couldn't do it. You couldn't DCA. You could only DCA one time if you're on a losing trade. You could only do that one time. But I never DCA. I never done that. Even though I'm on a winning trade, or even though I'm on a losing trade, I don't DCA. Something I don't do that. Maybe on the eval, but if I'm on a funded account, I don't do that. But now it's very important, because you see right here, this payout period of the 15th to the 28th will be the last payout request period. Starting on November 1st, there will be no more request period. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So if think about it, if you pass your evaluation, you get to a funded account, and Apex don't take time, don't take no time with the funded account. As when you pass your evaluation after 6 o'clock, you could pay for your funded account. The only thing you have to do is just trade that for 8 days. 8 days, you know, and then you're good. After 8 days, you could collect some money. So I think it's a good thing. Apex always be my number one prop firm. Always gonna be my number one prop firm, even though they got the little thing going on, but they always gonna be my number one prop firm. Alright, but this is it though. It's a good news. Um, So this is it. Check it out. Check the video out. Check the video out, and I'm gonna put a link on my description below. I thank you for watching. God bless.